Hey guys, welcome to The Balanced Life. Today in this video, we're going to talk about achieving your New Year's resolutions. More specifically, we're going to talk about why your resolutions fail year after year after year, and what we can do to fix that, what we can do to be able to achieve your resolutions. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and look at some of the facts about New Year's resolutions. They've been around for a long, long time. It's estimated that 39% of U.S. adults are going to set some kind of New Year's resolution. And 48% of that is exercise. So exercise, trying to get in shape and lose weight, is the number one New Year's resolution. Is that your resolution? Let me know down below in the comments. And then only 36% passed the first month. So only 36% of all of those people that are setting resolutions are going to make it past January into February. So not too good statistics there. And then last, only 9% are going to succeed next year with the resolutions. That's a staggering low statistic. But the good news is you and me can do something about that. I believe that the information in this video is going to help us be able to be more successful at our New Year's resolution and help us and empower us to be able to succeed at it. And I'm going to give you tips and information on why resolutions don't work, what we can do to make them work, and then if you'll stick around to the end, I got some tips to help you bulletproof even more your chances of succeeding at your resolution. So that being said, let's go ahead and look first at this Bible scripture that we have. Proverbs 15:22, taken from the NIV, says, "Plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors they succeed." So maybe you've never thought about it, but maybe some of the reasons why your resolutions fail is because you don't have counsel. You don't have any help with them. Like it says here, plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors, with people that know how to do stuff, they can help you. And if you would, let me be an advisor in this video. Let me advise you on some tips on how you and me can achieve our resolutions this year. Let's talk about why they fail. Why they fail. First off, your resolutions, you fail at your resolutions because they are unrealistic, unattainable, and unworthy. So think about it for a second. Let's say you have a goal of losing some weight. Let's say by June you want to lose 70 pounds. Well, that's a big goal. That's a really big goal. It would be hard for anybody to be able to achieve that goal. But let's say that goal, by June, you want to lose, let's say, 20 pounds versus 70. That's a lot more attainable. It's a lot more realistic. It's a lot more worthy. You are setting yourself up more to succeed with that. And so whatever your resolution might be, think about it. Is this realistic? Is it attainable, and is it worthy? Because if it's not, then most likely your chances of failing really go up. So really consider that as you make your resolutions for the year coming up. Make sure of that. The second reason why you and me fail at our resolutions is we make the same exact resolutions each year. The same exact resolutions that we fail at, maybe the first day, maybe a half a month in, maybe the first month, maybe within a couple months, the same resolutions that you fail at each and every year, you keep making them every year and you keep failing every year and you begin to feel worse and worse and worse every year. Even going into the year, you already feel bad about it because you look back and you see how long you've failed. The track record is bad with your resolutions. So that's another reason why you fail. You make the same resolutions that you fail at every single year. We have to change that. Third, is you're unmotivated or have lack of desire. You can have a real good resolution, but if you're unmotivated, if you're lack desire, then most likely you're not going to achieve, you're not going to be victorious and achieve your resolutions. That's just how it is. So when you're thinking of your resolution, you have to think about what you're going to be motivated for. So lack of motivation, lack of desire, you're going to fail. The next one is lack of direction or clarity. So if I were to ask you, what's your New Year's resolution? And you might say, well, I want to get in shape. I want to begin working out. Okay, well, do you have a game plan? Not really. You have to think about it. Your game plan, what days are you going to go to the gym? What time are you going to go to the gym? Are you going to have a training partner or a program of what you're going to do when you're at the gym? Do you have a diet plan of what kind of food you're going to swap out for? If you don't have any of that, if you have no plan or no setup for your goals, your resolutions, you're much more likely to fail. You're much more likely to fail. So lack of direction, lack of clarity, you're not sure what the resolution is or how you're going to do it, you're setting yourself up for failure. And the fifth reason why you and me fail at our New Year's resolution is we're doing it without any help or encouragement. Very, very important. Every single day, you and me eat food to sustain our body, to give our body nutrition. In the same manner, you and me need encouragement daily to sustain our emotional makeup, to help our mental well-being. It's really critical that we receive that, and we can receive that. We should receive that from our friends and family, from the literature that we read, from the things that we watch on TV, on our phones. We should have a pep talk to ourselves. We should motivate ourselves too with what we think, and we should read the Bible, I would say, to help find the truth about who we really are. So that's another thing. That's why we fail. We don't have any help. We don't have any encouragement. We start to slip up, or the resolution gets hard. No one's there to help us or lift us up or encourage us or push us through. We give up. So it's a tough cycle. And from my study and my personal experience and from talking to others, this is the 5 major reasons why we fail at our resolution. But don't feel down. Don't feel sad. Keep watching, because now I'm going to share with you guys exactly what we can do to really upgrade our chances of being successful at our resolutions. I believe this is going to work. This is what I'm going to do with my resolutions this year. And I believe if you do it, we can really up our chances of succeeding from that 9, let's make that 9 70 or 80 or 90 or 100% success rate of our resolution. So, like a lot of things in life, not everything though, we're going to flip this. A lot of the times, what the problem is, why we're not doing well or succeeding, we have to flip it. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to flip this, and we're going to look at this here. So what are we going to do to achieve our resolutions this year? Well, we need to set realistic, attainable, and worthy resolutions. You need to really sit down and think about, okay, these are my resolutions. Let's modify them. Let's make it so it's realistic. Like I had mentioned, maybe drop your weight goal from 70 pounds by June to 20 pounds by June, or 25. That's a lot more realistic. And make sure it's attainable, and make sure it's worthy. It's something that's worth putting time and effort into. That's one thing. That's one reason how we can change that and get a hold of our resolutions. The next one is, I think we need to make new, fresh, and modified resolutions. We need to sit down and think about our resolutions and quit making the same one every year that fails. It's time for something new. It's time for something fresh. It's time that we set a resolution that we can be prosperous at and we can succeed. And that might mean dropping it down, and that's okay. So fresh, new resolutions. It may be in the category of saving money or losing weight or exercise or whatever it might be. But switch it up. Whatever hasn't worked, switch it up and switch it up and make sure that it's going to work this year. Motivated. You need to have that desire, that drive, that ambition. So what I would say to you is think about your resolutions. When you think about them, are you excited? Are you happy? Do you have a drive? If you're not excited about your resolutions, if you don't have a passion, if you don't think about them a lot during the day, or you wake up in the morning thinking about them, then don't make them. It's not going to work. Make resolutions on things that you're passionate about, things that you think about, things that you dream about, things that you are always aspiring to. Make those your resolutions, because if you're engaged in them, you have a much higher chance of succeeding at them. The fourth one is we need to have clear direction and purpose. Sit down and think about your resolution. Make it crystal clear. The more clear, the more specific your resolution and your goal is, the more better of a chance you have of fulfilling it and sticking with it. Write down the amount of weight that you want to lose. Set a date for that. If it's starting a new business or a new money avenue, write down specifics about that, how much you want to make and what time frame you want to make it. Or if it's relationships or something with your faith, whatever it might be, really think about it. Make deadlines. Make sure those deadlines, though, are realistic and attainable. But make sure you're going in a direction. Don't be directionless. Don't just go around with your head cut off, but be very specific in what you're trying to achieve, and that's going to help you as you're going towards it. And you're going to find purpose. I have a purpose involved. And when you and me have a purpose, it really helps us do things that we thought we maybe never could have done or accomplished. So very, very important. And then last, right help, tools, people, and reason to succeed. You need to have the right tools. You need to have the right people in your life. If you're trying to quit smoking, then if you're around cigarettes all day and people that smoke, well, that's not going to work. You're going to fail. You're setting yourself up for failure. You need to be around people that are striving for the same goals that you're striving for. You need to get those things out of your life that you don't want. If it's cigarettes, alcohol, pornography, junk food, whatever it might be, and the people too that are associated with that. You need to be around people and be around the tools and have a reason to succeed in your resolution for you to be successful at it. You're not going to be successful if you don't have the right tools. It's just like if you're working on a car. If you don't have the right tools or the right people or the right knowledge, you're not going to be able to fix the car. You're not going to be able to fix the problem. So it's very important to do that. And only you know the kind of people that you need in your life, the tools that you need, and the reason. And you know the reason for your success. And just like you need purpose, you need a reason. And with all of that, you really skyrocket your chances of being super successful and winning and being a winner at your resolutions, at turning the tide, that you're going to decide that this is a new year and you're going to be successful no matter what. Now, I told you guys if you'd stick around to the end, I would give you some additional tips to bulletproof your success rate at achieving your New Year's resolution, no matter what it is. And so, right here in the red are the tips. And then the first tip that I have is slower. What do I mean by that? I mean, your resolution, like we talked about, being unrealistic, making it realistic. Maybe you need to slow it down. Maybe it's unrealistic. Maybe, the treadmill, you want to get on the treadmill and you want to run this many miles. Well, maybe that's too much. I'd rather slow down the resolution and actually achieve it than just totally give up and get discouraged. I'd much rather do that than fail at the resolution itself. And then, bit by bit, do it bit by bit. When you're looking at your resolution, don't look at the end. Don't look at the top of the mountain. But look at it as bit by bit, as day by day, as moment by moment. A lot of us get overwhelmed because we look at the resolution or the goal and we're like, oh my gosh, that's so substantial. That's so large. That's so out of my reach. And initially it is. But if you will just do it step by step, slow it down, step by step, increment by increment, your chances go way up of succeeding at it. And then lower the standard. You might have to just lower the standard of it. There's nothing to be ashamed about with doing that. If that's going to help you succeed, which I believe it will, these are one of the tips that I believe is going to help you succeed at your resolution, then do it. Lower the standard. There's nothing wrong with that. It's going to help you succeed. And then go at your own pace. Don't look to your left or to your right. There's people that may have the same or a similar resolution as you, and they're just banging it out, and they're just doing this and doing that, and you're thinking, oh my goodness. You look at them and you get discouraged, and then you want to give up. Don't do it. Stay on track. Go at your own pace, because that pace works for you. As long as you're taking steps, you're going to get there. But what happens is when you give up, when you stop, when you sit down, when you go backwards, that's when you fail. But if you keep going, even if it's not as fast as the other folks, you will succeed. Go at your own pace. Stay in your lane. And then don't compare. Don't compare with the Joneses. Well, that person lost this much weight, or look at their muscles, or look how good they're doing at their diet, or look at their education plans, or look at their family, or their relationships, or whatever it might be. Don't worry about it. Go at your own pace. Don't compare with other people. When you start to compare, it's just like when you're on a race. If you're looking to your left or right, next thing you know, you can't go straight. You can't go in your lane. You swerve off and you're going to crash and you're going to trip up and fall. So don't focus on the people to your left or right. Focus on yourself. Don't compare yourself to others. We're all unique. We're all in a different place. We all have a different journey. We all have a different resolution. So just stick to what you're on. And then reward yourself with each achievement. When you begin achieving your resolution, you're going to feel good. When you begin to see results and you begin to see you're really hitting milestones on your resolution, on your goals, it's okay to tap yourself on the back. And it's good to call up a friend or a family member or a loved one and tell them, hey, look what I did, or I did this, or I achieved this. And hopefully you have encouraging people, loving people in your life that are going to come alongside you and encourage you even more and tell you, wow, that's awesome. You did an incredible job. I'm so proud of you. You've done so good. I believe you're even going to do more. You're even going to succeed more. You're even going to achieve more. Those are the people that you want in your life. Those are the people that are going to help you achieve your goals. And it's okay to treat yourself. Say you lost a certain amount of weight. Go ahead and have that piece of pie. You've been doing real good financially. Go ahead and splurge a little bit. Buy that item you've been wanting. Buy that item that's been in your cart for 6-9 months. Whatever it might be, it's okay to celebrate. I strongly encourage that you celebrate your successes and your milestones on your resolutions. And maybe some of your resolutions are more than just a year. Maybe it's a goal or resolution that's a 5-year thing, a 4 or 5-year thing, or just a whole new direction in life. I celebrate that with you too. So your resolution, it could be a half a year, it could be many years. But the information here, I believe, no matter what your resolution is, if it's short-term, long-term, I believe that this is going to help you greatly. And so by looking at all of this, I believe this is the key. I believe this is why we failed up to this point. I believe this is how we can flip it and make it right and be successful. And I believe this is how we can even bulletproof our resolutions even more. Even more. And that's the scripture that we do need counsel. We do need advisors. Let this video be your advice. Let me counsel you with this video. Because a new year is among us. A new year's among us, and I pray that you would be absolutely successful, that every single goal and resolution that you have, you would succeed it with flying colors. And I want to know about that too. I want you to comment, if you would, let me know down below what your resolution is. Maybe let me know what the biggest stumbling block has been for you over the years for your resolutions. I have resolutions. I want to continue to grow closer to God. I want to trim some weight off and turn some of my excess weight into muscle. I want to, basically the 8 pillars that we talk about on this channel, I want to refine and get better on each and every single one of those. That's really my resolution, is to live more of the balanced life. Because a balanced life is not just the good life, but the best life. So that being said, I hope you have a happy New Year's. Any questions or comments, let me know. I'm here for you guys 100%. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.